Travis Wayne Goodsell, discoing out to Let It Whip, the Daz Band, as that was part of the description theme music for the 3 LDS scriptural versions of Passion Week. It's not 3 gospel versions per se, 3 different religious versions. I wonder how many people are going to be confused by that. Egyptian? That's not Jesus. I don't see the name Jesus anywhere. I had a Christian send a hate comment to me. I'm talking to Mormons. I expect hate comments from Mormons. But a Christian? Come on. You don't use Christian beliefs to attack another religion, especially one who's a critic of another religion, simply because they don't believe in Jesus. I wonder where Mormons got it from. So, the prophets are planning to abolish the Book of Mormon was my big video. And it is very noticeable on my YouTube analytical stat chart, as that's the big mountain on the 4th. And then on the 5th, you can see that YouTube was ordered to shut me down. And so I had to do a lot of complaining, bitching, and moaning to get YouTube to back off. They did, as you can see. They slowly did for the 6th, and then on the 7th, they were back up again, leaving me alone. Until the next day, as you can see that it slowly goes down over time. See, according to the online process, in order to generate customers and viewers, I have found since 2015, being on Amazon, that once you get a publication that catches people's eyes, the word spreads, and the analytical program is then designed to say, oh, we've got an interest in this one, let's help spread it around to others who may be interested in this type of genre. And thus, you're supposed to eventually take off and become a bestseller. That's how it was originally designed to work. Unfortunately, when you have the church involved and they don't like it when somebody makes them look bad, and they invest in the companies that control the stats, not just Amazon, but Google and YouTube, yeah, then they can go to the business and say, hey, we don't like this guy. Fix it. Fix them. And then they just have their computer programmers type in a little programming code in their computer analytics program. Bada boom, bada bing. And so why did I take off on the 4th? That's because the prophets themselves, who were giving the orders to shut me down, agreed that all the prophets needed to review that Abolish Book of Mormon video before their meeting that morning on the 4th. And thus set off a whole chain of events that contradicted the analytical program. So, yeah, that's how that happened. And other Mormons who, by the process of being referred to in sequence, are confused. They have no clue as to what I'm talking about with the Book of Mormon code. And I pulled that video out of the other video I had just done previously, on purpose, because I wanted to make sure that information got out. And that's what the prophets were interested in for their meeting. And if you're a Mormon listening to this and you're wanting to put a thumbs down, or you've already done it already, but now you're just listening just for the sake of listening to get angry at me, because that's what you do, so that you can argue and contend. If the prophets are listening to my videos, shouldn't you? Notice, I don't think there's 15 thumbs down for that video. Should we check? It's most popular, because it's now in the top 8. It's number 8 in my top videos. It passed over 1,000. So 33 thumbs down. And so, yeah, we have a video to present to you now, and that's about a passage in Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. All Mormons know this, they just don't know how to interpret it correctly. As it's called, resting the scriptures. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Mormons, on the keystone of the arch of the door of the Salt Lake Temple, there is a symbol. It's an upside down star. It's called an inverted pentagram. Not a pentagram, an inverted pentagram, because it's upside down. It's pointing down. It's referring to a falling star. That's the meaning and interpretation. The Egyptians started that meaning and interpretation. When the Latin Vulgate text came out, they added a Latin word into another passage of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It's also in the Book of Mormon, 2 Nephi chapter 24, verse 12. And so if you're claiming, well, the Bible's not translated correctly, it's in the Book of Mormon. How art thou fallen from heaven? Okay, we're talking about something falling from heaven. Stars are in heaven. Stars fall from heaven. O Lucifer. That's the added Latin word in the Vulgate text that has made it into our King James English. Son of the morning. This is understood as Venus, but with Lucifer there, light bearer, people think, well, no, it's light bearer. It's not Lucifer as in Satan. Are you sure? For thou hast said in thine heart. Do stars have hearts? I guess cartoons and anime do. I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man? Oops, wait a minute, where's Star? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. So is he a good guy? Is the symbol of a falling star good? Well, are you calling evil good? Because that's the only way it could be done here. Isaiah makes this very clear. And so again, Mormons, why is the inverted pentagram on the keystone of the arch of the doorway of the Salt Lake Temple, where we got our pictures taken when we got sealed in room number 13 of the temple? I got sealed 13. And Karen, for some reason, refuses to call evil, or good evil. She refuses to call it evil. She still calls it good. She's found apologists online who lie. That's another one I have to go over, is about contention. Contention is of the devil. Well, the devil lies, so those who lie are causing contention, and therefore you're following the devil. You're the one responsible. So when Mormons refuse to call evil, or good evil, evil good, refuse to call the inverted pentagram evil, they are causing contention because they're lying. Your spiritual witness is lying because you do not know the physical manifestation of reality. You are lying, and in your lies, you are contending. This is what I had to deal with yesterday with another complaint. She says, I don't want to talk about this subject because contention is of the devil, and you're contending against the church. I'm the one telling the truth. It's the church who's lying. They're causing contention. But this is the little trap that Mormons set for other people so that they can maintain their spiritual witness. You know, you get a spiritual witness, then you go tell others that your spiritual witness is true in reality, and other people say, I call BS. And then you go, oh, you're contending against the truth. And then they go and run and hide because they don't want to contend against the adversary. They're the ones causing the contention, and then they run away saying, I don't want to contend. Bunch of snowflakes. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Mormons are calling good that are evil, and evil that are good. The inverted pentagram is the big one for the church. So that's it. That's all.